Greetings. This is WB8LCD. My name's Tom. Welcome to the Portage County Amateur Radio Service Incorporated PCARS Thursday night 2-meter net here on the K8IV repeater system. I'll be using the club call K8BF for the net. This repeater system also accepts inputs from Echolink. I'm going to skip over that tonight because it doesn't seem to be on the board. I'll be your net control operator this evening. As always, if you have any emergency or priority traffic, you may break into this net at any time. This is a directed net, and all calls will go through net controls. You don't have to be a member of PCARS to check in and say hello. Everybody's welcome. PCARS meets the second Monday of each month at 7 p.m. The monthly meeting is held at the American Legion Post 496 in Kent. The post is located at 1945 Mogador Road, and we'll have a meeting coming up in October, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. The PCARS website is located at www.portcars.org. You can find out more information about PCARS on the website. PCARS also has a number of special interest groups that meet at the club site every Tuesday in Ravenna. Check out the latest award-winning newsletter on the club website for all the information on these and other PCARS activities. And I'm going to skip asking for Echolink only calls here tonight because, as I said, Echolink does not seem to be running here tonight. But I will ask for local RF check-ins that have announcements or news for the net. So if that's you, please give K8BF a call right now. All right, crickets. I'll toss in my own announcement, and that is that Net Night at the club site is next week, next Thursday night at the PCARS World Headquarters in Ravenna there on Oakwood Street. And it's been a while since we've done it, so since it's getting to be the fall time of the year, I think we're going to make it root beer float night. And I'll have some regular root beer, and if I can find the not your grandfather's root beer out there, I'll bring some of that along too. But come on out, we'll have root beer floats. We've also got an activity going on where the equipment from a deceased PCARS member will be available for those that want to take a look at it and maybe purchase some of it. So there'll be a lot of good things going on. So come on out next Thursday night. We'll open the doors around 6:30 and hang out till about 10. That's when I got to go home and crash, so that's when we'll lock the doors on the way out. So anyhow, again, anyone else with any news, announcements, or information for the club, please call K8BF now. I can't take that as Ed's check-in, so hearing nothing else, I'll go ahead and take local RF check-ins right now. Please call K8BF now. W8KNO, Joe and Hiram. W8KNO, we've got you, Joe, from Hiram. I'll come back to you in a minute. Next check-in, please.
K8TOA, Greg in Banbridge.
K8TOA, Greg, we've got you in there. Next check-in, please.
Papa 4, Victor Zulu, Mike in Manway.
Kent.
All right, I've got Kilo Papa 4, Victor Zulu, Mike from Manaway. And the other station, come again, please.
KD9, ZDY, Kilo Delta Niner, Zulu Delta Yankee, Steve and Kent, my apologies.
89, ZDY. We got you there, Steve. And you also, Mike. Give me one more here. This is K8BF.
N8
NAQE, Bob in Talmadge.
NAQE. Bob, good to hear you on there from Talmadge. So it's a interesting fall night here, and still staying a little bit warm. My impression of the last number of years is it seems like fall is lasting till well into the end of October and maybe even November in some cases, and I'm good with that as long as spring still keeps coming somewhere in the middle of March. But Joe, I'll turn it over to you. We'll see how things are out in Hiram.
Thank you, Tom. And let me make a couple announcements. First is to remind people that there's at the club site we get that the Washington will participate in that. In addition to that, for people that are going to play around, the New Jersey QSO party, the Texas QSO party, the Iowa QSO party, and the New Hampshire QSO party going on at the same time. But as I understand, we're playing in the Washington Salmon Run. So for those people, get out there. And some of Sunday, but also on Sunday, you have the Cleveland Ham Fest. It starts at 8 o'clock and goes to noon at the fairgrounds. It's $10 at the gate. And there'll be card checking for worked all states, worked all continents, DXCC, and VUCC. Plus, there's some VE license exam that starts at noon, and there's a couple forums getting started with HF and Mesh Network. So Meshtastic it's called, Mesh Network. So that's what I have for the net. Everyone have a great day, and hope to talk to you in another week.
All right, Joe. Thank you for those announcements. That's some good information. Could be a very active weekend on the amateur radio bands, and a ham fest in the area to boot. Unfortunately, I will not be at the ham fest. I'm going to be in Cincinnati again this weekend. But Anthony, K8BF and Bob Winston, WB2THU, and Jeff, K8JTK. I have a hard time. I don't say all those call signs often enough, but they will all be manning the ARRL booth up there. So come on by, say hi to them, and have a good time at the fest. I'll be thinking. All right, over to her.
Yes, good evening, Tom, and everybody else out there on the net. Well, I'd just like to stop by and say hi to everybody. Doing a great job as usual, Tom. Thanks for picking up the net. And, yeah, it was another nice, beautiful day today. Went up to the club site to watch them take down the large antenna outside, or large tower outside the building of P-cars there. And so that was a lot of fun. There was 3 or 4 people, 3 or 4 of us out there watching that. So that was interesting to see how they do that. So that's pretty much it. I am going to go and hit the sack. I'm tired. Been a long, warm day. So for now, 73s. Have a good week, everybody, and be careful and have fun. All right, K8BF, K8TOA.
All right, Greg. Hey, enjoy your Z's. Hopefully it's a good night for it. And next up on the list here, we've got Mike, KP4 Victor Zulu. Over to you, Mike.
Tom and all members and non-members of P-cars. The only thing I want to add is the summer run at the Washington State QSO start at noon, but we're going to be there at 10 o'clock. We're going to go over the rules. So if you can be there at 10 o'clock, it will be good. But it starts at 12 until 3 o'clock in the morning. Then there's a pause. Then continue the next day from 12, I believe, to 8 o'clock at night. That's all I have. Back to you, Net Control.
Hi, Mike. Hey, appreciate you stopping by here tonight. And I don't know if you know anything about it, but is my assumption that maybe something that was going on out there at the club site today resulted in either the internet being turned off or just something that's interfered with our connection, because the K8BF Echolink site or link is nowhere to be found.
I just texted. Jimmy haven't responded, but to let you know, we have a problem with even with the security alarm. So and with the camera. So it could be an internet. It could be also the server that we're using. No, I'm not quite sure. So I'm back to you, Kilo Papa for Victor 2. Okay.
Well, if you're having trouble with the security cameras and that kind of things, then I'm going to presume that that the internet connection has been interrupted, and hopefully it'll be back online here soon. Appreciate it, Mike. Thank you, and appreciate all you do for PCARs. All right, Steve, KD9ZDY in Kent, my neighbor from somewhere. Over to you, sir.
KD9ZDY, this is indeed Steve from Kent. Thanks, Tom, for hosting the net. Just thought I'd check in and say hello to everybody. Trying to get a bunch of work done tonight so I can have a lazy Friday, and then look forward to spending a little bit of time at the club site on Saturday for the salmon run. Don't have a lot of experience contesting, but I'm sure Mike and the crew will be able to help me and allow me to work some of those bands for the help of the PCARs group. So look forward to that, and with that, I'll pass it back to Net. Thank you.
Steve, hey, we appreciate you checking tonight, and you will have fun there on Saturday, and a good, easy group to get into contesting with. There's a lot of groups that I don't want to say they're dead serious about contesting, but they're hardcore into contesting. PCARs is kind of a I won't say laid back, but just a little bit less hardcore. Always there, always participating, but always willing to let someone else in the chair and run a few cues, which is a good way to get started. So I hope you have a good time. All right, and to our final PCARs member, who I am going to presume will be there on Saturday, but maybe that's wrong. Bob, NAQE, how you doing tonight?
Yeah, good evening to you, Tom, and everybody on the net. Of course I'm going to be there on Saturday. I would never miss a PCARs contesting opportunity. The Washington Salmon Run should be fun. We've got great antennas, and it'll be fun. I may get there a little later in the afternoon than I normally do, but I plan on doing that and probably operate a little bit of CW as well. Had a lot of fun working the VHF contest over the weekend. That was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, 6 meters never really opened up, and that was sad. I was hoping for an opening. And of course, the Cleveland Ham Fest is Sunday, and I'll be there. I'm going to be there at the QCWA #1 table, which may be next to the ARRL. I'm not sure, but it has been the last couple of years. Anyhow, be there, meet and greet, and hopefully sign up a few new members and maybe get a few to renew. All right. Other than that, Tom, I've been enjoying this wonderful, nice weather, and it's great, but I think we do need some rain for my grass. All right, 73, back to you, Tom.
All right, there's Ed again. He really wants to check in, doesn't he? But, he's got to do more than that. All right, hey, good to hear from you, Bob, and I'll miss all those activities this weekend again, but the bright side is this may be one of the last weekends that I have to go down there for a while, so I may get some reprieve over the next couple of weeks and get a chance to even just get on the air would be nice. So anyhow, enough of my troubles. So anyhow, that brings us to the bottom of the list, and just a lot of mention of a lot of good activities to do this weekend, so I hope everybody gets a chance to. And this is Tom, WB8LCD, net control for the P-Cars, Thursday night 2-meter net, and we'll go out there and look for some more check-ins. If you'd like to be next up, please call K8BF now.
K8WCK, Rick in Shalersville.
K8WCK, Rick, we got you there. Next check-in, please.
Kilo Delta 8, Oscar Bravo Alpha, Ken in Ravenna.
KD8 Oscar Bravo Alpha, Ken, good to hear you. We'll come back in a minute. Next check-in, please. Call K8BF.
8LUT, Berlin Center.
All right, 8LUT, is it Whiskey 8 or Kilo 8?
Whiskey 8, Lima United Tango, name is Tom, Berlin Center, Ohio.
Yep, I got the Tom part there, Tom. I just couldn't remember the prefix, and all I heard was the 8LUT. So, hey, good deal. We'll come back to you in a minute here. Anyone else out there that would like to check in, please call K8BF now.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Alpha Delta Quebec, Joe in Brimfield Township.
KF8ADQ, we got you there. This and give me your name. I didn't catch that earlier.
The name is Joe.
All right, Joe, thank you. KF8ADQ, we've got you there. And I'm going to look for one more, and I know there's a couple more people lurking around out there listening, so grab up your mic and say hello here. Please call K8BF now.
November 8, Bravo Alpha Yankee, N8BAY, Ralph and Stowe.
N8BAY, Ralph, good to hear you. I appreciate you taking the bait on that one, and we'll come back to you here. That's another 5, so I'll go back to the top of the list, and we'll get some comments and give everybody a chance to say what's on their mind. So, Rick, KD8WCK, I know your mind is always turning and always full of some good stuff. How about it? What are you doing tonight?
K8BF in the net. Well, Tom, it's great to hear your voice. I don't get a chance to chit-chat with you much on the repeater anymore, between you being busy and me being busy. Spent a little time scraping and painting on the garage. It was hot out there, so I broke the job up into small pieces. It's enough for one day. There's another couple days at my pace. At my advanced age, these big projects become a series of small ones. I did just want to throw something out there. It's a little bit early, but for our Could Be Anything SIG in October, which is the 5th Tuesday, the 29th of October, we're going to plan a mini ham fest. We will be open for business from 5 in the evening until 9 o'clock, or when people get disgusted and want to go home. And bring your own stuff to sell. We will set up items that have been donated to the club and have those offered for sale also. And there will be more QST reminders on this as we get closer. That's over a month away. But keep it in the back of your mind. If you got something you would think about wanting to bring down to a mini ham fest that or leftovers after you take them to Cleveland, right? Bring them on down to the club and let's see what we can do. Back to you, Tom. Thanks a bunch. This is KD8WCK.
All right, Rick. And you know, if you enjoy painting, let me know, because I've got a couple of decks that need a coat put on them, and I'm willing to let someone work real slow on that job. So might be right up your alley. We'll talk later. All right, Ken, KD8OBA in Ravenna, I believe. Over to you, sir.
Well, good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's doing good there. since I retired, I've had a pretty grueling schedule there. I get up in the morning, I'll sit there, have a couple cups of coffee, and watch the news. But then you got to get up and go to the bathroom, get out of the bathroom, and come back out while it's time for a break. So you get another cup of coffee, go out and sit on the deck for a while. Then you got to go back in, put the coffee away. You go back outside and you look around and see what needs to be done, and you make a list. Well, by that time it's lunchtime. So then you got to go back out and get something to eat. And when you get back outside now, like today, I mulched up the leaves and stuff, and I come back in, by then it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock, so it's quitting time. So it's been a pretty grueling day there. So I hope everybody else is having it easier than what I do, and I hope everybody takes care, and good talking to everybody. So everybody have a good night, and I'll turn it back on over to the net, K8BF.
All right, Ken. Well, you're certainly living the life of luxury, and I'm glad someone can. Nobody's told me I put work today, so I just got to keep on going. But, hey, good to hear you in there tonight. And also, we're going to go down to W8LUT, Tom, and always like to hear Tom talking about what's going on, the hunting trips, the cooking, all kinds of stuff. Haven't heard you in a while, Tom, but good to hear you on the net here tonight. Over to you.
Hey, then. Well, thank you, Tom, but good evening, everybody. I'm not in here all that often. Probably will be in here more often now that I got my antenna situation, my radio situation figured out. But I just got back from 6 days taking my elderly parents down to see my brother and sister in Savannah. And I cannot tell you anybody how much I am glad to be home with my wife and my dogs. It was a trip, but definitely well worth it. And yeah, we're looking forward to deer season. The bow season starts at the end of the month, and looking forward to doing that. And it is great to be back home. I spent a couple nights with at my sister's house and a couple nights at my brother's house, which is awesome. But really good to be home. And Mom and Dad are back, all tucked into their house, and we're working on moving them to maybe moving them down there to assisted living. Dad's 91, Mom's 87. And Dad's not happy about it, so it's kind of it's a conundrum. So we'll just go there. So anyways, hope everybody has a nice evening, and great to hear everybody on the net. Best 73s all, W8LUT Berlin Center.
All right, Tom. Hey, good, like I say, good hearing you. Haven't talked to you in a while, but just good hearing you on the net here tonight. And yeah, we got to take care of our parents and the older people, and it's a blessing when you do. So appreciate that. All right, next up on the list here is Joe, KF8ADQ. Good evening, Joe. How you doing again?
KF8ADQ. Not a whole lot here. Got a lot going on at work. A lot of exciting stuff going on, and on the radio side, still fighting with Vara FM. I got myself a different interface. Thought maybe that was my problem, and having the same results with a different interface. So it's clearly it's a me problem or a setup problem. So I think one of these times when we're having a shindig at the rural headquarters, I'll drag my laptop in and see if someone can show me what I'm doing wrong, because I don't have any problems with the Vara HF, just the Vara FM, and just don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I'm sure one of you guys can show me the errors in my way the next time we're able to get together. So I guess that's all I got. So I'll say KF8ADQ back to net.
All right, Joe. Well, I can almost promise you that there will be someone that can help you out with that. And if you get there, don't find that person there, let me know, and I can certainly hook you up with the right person, which is not me, but I can help you find the right person to get that straightened out. All right, have a great evening, and that brings us down to Ralph, N8BAY. Over to you, sir.
This is N8BAY. Good evening, everyone on the net. Just relaxing here tonight, listening to the net. Spent the day down in the shop working on some Christmas presents for family members. I really enjoy making sawdust, so that's the way I spend a lot of my days. Not much going on. Football game tomorrow night. Flag football for some of the grandkids Saturday, and I finally get to relax a bit on Sunday again. So this is K8BF, back to net control.
All right, Ralph. Well, it sounds like you got plenty of good things going on, and hope it's all enjoyable, especially the everybody needs to get a little bit of that in, and I hope it does. You learn to meet you in person one of these days. All right, that's the bottom of the second course on the list here, and just once again, lots of ham radio stuff going on at the club site this weekend. And we do have the Cleveland Ham Fest on Sunday, and according to Rick, the 5th SIG of the month, and I'm thinking he's saying the month of October, is going to be another mini Ham Fest at the PCARS club site. Seems like we've gotten a lot of traction and had a good time with those, so bring your stuff out, and we'll keep some stuff trading around there, and hope everybody goes home happy. All right, this is Tom, WB8LCD. I'm your net control operator here for the PCARS Thursday night 2-meter net, and I'll keep looking for check-ins as long as we keep getting them. So if you'd like to be next up, please call K8BF now. Anyone, anywhere, if you're out there listening, you don't need to be a PCARS member to check in, but we'd just like you to stop by and say hello. Any other check-ins, please call K8BF now.
N8WCP, Mike in Rootstown.
N8WCP. Hey, Mike, good to hear you. And why don't you go ahead with your comments?
All right, Tom. Well, hey, good evening to everybody on the net. And Tom, thanks for running the net tonight. Not a whole lot of comments. I'm glad today is Thursday because I have tomorrow off, so I plan on hopefully getting some radio time on my off day. Seems like all the good DX happens when I work, so I'm going to take advantage of tomorrow and see if we can work a little DX. Hopefully the bands will cooperate. And tonight I'm going to play in the weekly RIDI test. Starts at 9:45 this evening, but it's held every Thursday night, and a good way to keep your RIDI skills functional and making sure all your equipment is working. So we're going to give that a shot because I think there's a big RIDI contest coming up in another, not this weekend, but next weekend. Other than that, hopefully we'll see a few people, friendly faces at the Cleveland Ham Fest this Sunday. Back to net control on N8WCP.
All right, Mike. Hey, that sounds like fun. And you know, for a hobby that's reportedly been on a downhill run and dying out, there's sure a lot of stuff going on to participate in. So get out there and be a part of it. It's all fun. Anyone else out there that would like to check into the PCARS net, please call K8BF now. Anyone, anywhere, this is your chance to check in. Please call K8BF. I can take a hint. Hearing nothing else, I'll go ahead and close the net. I'd like to thank everyone for taking the time to check in. Your participation is very much appreciated. PCARS would especially like to thank the K8IV repeater owner for allowing us to use the repeater system for PCARS on the direct to regular amateur use. 73 to everybody. Hope to hear you all again. K8BF is clear, and this is WB8LCD. I'll be clear and listening out here for a little while yet this evening. 7-3.
WB8LCD, W8KNO.
W8KNO. Joe, go ahead. How you doing?
All right. My question is the Echolink system. Do we use Verizon to get to it? Because their system was down yesterday at the banks and all the gas stations and everything. They couldn't take credit cards. Maybe the system just had just an idea. I don't know.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know. It's whoever has the internet that we use over at the club site. I'm not. They never ask me, you know, when they need help setting up computer stuff to come over and help, because I'm usually not much help in those areas. So I'm not sure who the internet service provider is over there. I could believe that with the activity of, you know, bringing big antenna towers down and stuff like that, you know, things could have got unplugged or turned off or whatever in the operation. So I'll leave it at that, and I'll make sure that I notify a few people that will be over there during the course of the week to check on that, and hopefully make sure it's up for next week. I know we've had some issues with Echolink over the last long time. It seems it just seems like we can't get something reliable that is going to work all the time because of one part or another. But yeah, you know, I've noticed I have let's see, I've got a 5G internet connection, and that was running kind of slow too, so could be anything. But appreciate that, Joe, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Hope so too. And I have a card to get checked at Cleveland, and Goose is going to be there, and if he has some cards, I check his. So everyone enjoy, and thank you for giving me that information, Tom. W8KNO is on the side.
873, Joe. Thanks for the shout. WB8LCD.